Curry's got 5 ticks on the clock. Don't send a third man. He dishes it to Jackson Davis. When the opposition starts throwing 3 players at you midway, it's clear you're a major threat. From Stephen Curry being besieged as he approaches the logo, to Giannis powering through double teams like they're mere speed bumps, LeBron creates such immense pressure that opponents often overhaul their entire defensive schemes just to manage it. In this clip, we're dissecting the NBA's most closely defended athletes and uncovering the elements that render them nearly uncontainable. Let's kick things off with Anthony Edwards. They thwart yet another denied dunk effort. Jones, and that is not hindered by Edwards. The Nuggets are poised to close out the series. Fooker penetrates, but Edwards denies him with a block. At the pinnacle of this defensive challenge stands Anthony Edwards. The dynamic guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves is subjected to intense double teams on an eye-opening 15.1% of his pick-and-roll plays. For context, Edwards faced hard double teams on 339 out of 2,251 pick-and-roll plays throughout the season. That equates to about 1 in every 6 occasions when he emerges from screen. What makes Edwards such a threat that defenses resort to double-teaming him? It begins with his phenomenal athletic prowess. At 6 feet 4 inches tall, with a wingspan of 6 feet 9 inches, Edwards showcases an exceptional blend of rapid acceleration, superior body control, and a knack for soaring over defenders effortlessly. When he comes off a screen, defensive strategists are acutely aware they're facing an athlete capable of shifting from stillness to explosive in an instant. Yet, Edwards transcends mere athlete status. He is transformed into an all-around offensive threat. His ability to hit pull-up threes has turned into a serious weapon, compelling defenses to acknowledge his shooting capability far beyond the three-point line. This predicament presents a significant challenge for defensive strategists. Should they allow him an uncontested 3 by going under the screen, or should they contest and risk giving him a path to the basket? The solution, more often, has turned to deploying 2 defenders and hoping for the best. Even with relentless defensive pressure, Edwards continues to excel, averaging a notable 1.17 points per possession during pick-and-roll scenarios. His efficiency, despite being the most targeted player in the league, highlights his extraordinary talent for navigating double teams and executing the right play. Whether it's delivering a swift pass to the big man rolling to the basket, kicking out to an unguarded teammate, or powering through the additional defender, Edwards has demonstrated his capacity to succeed amid the fiercest defensive challenges. The mental impact of dealing with this level of defensive focus is significant and shouldn't be overlooked. Whenever Edwards gets the ball, he's instantly aware of the multiple defenders poised to close in on him. Yet he relentlessly presses forward with the boldness that has crowned him one of the most thrilling players in the NBA. His knack for staying aggressive while deciphering intricate defensive strategies in the heat of the moment distinguishes him from other skilled scorers. As we progress through this list, we'll explore how the extraordinary defensive focus on Edwards raises the standard for what it means to be closely watched in the contemporary NBA. Stephen Curry. Curry has 5 seconds for the three-pointer. He passes to Jackson Davis. It won't count if it goes. The influence Stephen Curry exerts on a basketball court is unparalleled in the game's history. His 12.1% blitz rate across 1,518 pick-and-roll plays reveals just a fraction of the whole picture. When defenders decide to blitz Curry, they're aiming beyond merely blocking a shot. They're working to stop a potential game-altering three-pointer that could transform the dynamics of the match. Curry's influence on defensive strategies goes beyond conventional basketball statistics. His knack for sinking shots from ranges that many players wouldn't even consider has compelled defenses to stretch their coverage all the way to nearly half-court. This has a cascading effect on the whole defensive setup. When Curry navigates off a screen, defenders face more than just the usual pick-and-roll scenario. They are up against an opponent capable of sinking shots from 35 feet as effortlessly as others do from 15. The mental game that Curry plays against rival defenses is clear in how teams devise their blitz tactics against him. Unlike most players, who are double-teamed to create mistakes or force tough attempts, Curry faces extra coverage because defenses are genuinely scared of granting him even a split second of freedom. The level of anxiety is so severe that coaches will compromise their entire defensive scheme just to prevent Curry from getting an open shot. What makes Curry's impressive 1.1 points per possession even more astonishing is the challenging environment in which he achieves this efficiency. Despite encountering the league's second highest blitz rate, he's consistently managing to generate valuable plays for himself and his teammates. His extraordinary vision and passing skills ensure that when defenses send extra players his way, another player is bound to be open. Curry's knack for deciphering intricate defensive schemes amid pressure from several defenders highlights his reputation as one of the smartest players in NBA history. Observing the progression of Curry's game has been intriguing, particularly as defenses have adopted a more aggressive approach. In the early stages of his career, teams were often willing to pursue a strategy of going under screens, expecting him to take difficult three-point shots. Currently, his shooting skills stretch far past the arc, and his precision is lethal, compelling defenses to regard each play as a possible turning point. As we'll observe with the upcoming player on our list, facing intense defense in the modern NBA demands more than mere skill. It necessitates the inner strength to succeed amidst relentless pressure. Enter Luka Dončić. When Luka takes a shot, he sinks it, drawing a foul, and earns himself a chance at a three-point play. Luka Dončić's basketball brilliance shines the brightest when faced with the formidable defensive intensity linked to his 11.9% blitz frequency over 1,402 pick and roll scenarios. What makes Dončić's performance particularly intriguing is that he maintains an outstanding 1.22 points per possession while employing a distinctly varied skill set compared to the more explosive athletes ranked higher. Rather than leaning on eye-popping speed or extraordinary athleticism to generate scoring opportunities, Dončić relies on extraordinary court awareness, flawless timing, and an almost mystical knack for manipulating defensive maneuvers. When defenders opt to blitz Dončić, they're not merely attempting to neutralize a single player. They aim to throw off a basketball genius who anticipates the game several steps ahead of his opponents. Observing Dončić handle double teams is akin to witnessing a chess master navigate intricate strategies. When swarmed by defenders, he remains calm and leverages his remarkable passing skills to set up teammates in prime spots. His step-back three has grown so dependable that defenses can't just slide beneath screens, and his knack for creating shots off the dribble makes going over the screen a less than ideal option. This situation forces defenses into a tough dilemma about how to defend. What sets Dončić apart from other well-protected players is his remarkable basketball intellect and knack for simplifying the game for those around him. When confronted with a double team, his focus extends beyond just scoring. He aims to generate the optimal shot opportunity for his team. This selflessness, paired with his extraordinary talent, renders him one of the most formidable players to double team in the league. The physical strain of enduring relentless defensive pressure over an 82-game season is significant. Yet Dončić persists in performing at an elite level. His knack for staying calm under duress, coupled with his ability to make quick decisions that affect game results, distinguishes him from his peers. His impressive average of over 1.22 points per possession, despite facing blitzes on nearly 12% of his plays, highlights his extraordinary consistency and talent. Moreover, Dončić's heavily marked presence creates chances for his teammates that may not be available otherwise. When opponents allocate additional resources to contain him, it generates a numerical advantage elsewhere on the court that astute players can take advantage of. This is precisely why his mere presence enhances the performance of his teammates, even if he's not directly participating in the action, much like what you observe with Tatum. Jason Tatum's rise as a player who attracts double teams on 10% of his pick-and-roll situations marks the peak of years of growth and the acknowledgement from rival defenses that he has achieved true superstar greatness. Over the course of 1,615 possessions, Tatum has encountered strategic double teams 162 times, yet remarkably, he's maintained an impressive 1.22 points per possession, positioning him among the elite on this list. What makes Tatum's draw from defenses particularly impressive is the multitude of ways he can damage them. At 6 to 8 inches tall, his impressive length and agility create significant challenges for any defender. When he navigates around screens, defenses are compelled to recognize his capability to shoot from beyond the arc, make explosive drives to the basket, or leverage his size to overpower shorter opponents. This nuance in his game leads teams to allocate additional players to contain him. Tatum's ability to create his own shot has significantly progressed in recent seasons. His step-back three-pointer has grown more trustworthy, and his knack for generating space through nuanced movements and shifts in speed makes him a formidable opponent in one-on-one situations. As teams realize that standard coverage won't cut it, they turn to blitzes and double teams that can throw off their defensive game plan. Tatum's mental prowess has been vital to his ability to handle greater defensive scrutiny. In the past, he may have found it challenging to make quick decisions when confronted by several defenders. Today, his enhanced court awareness and passing skills enable him to reliably set up teammates when opponents overextend to contain him. This development has transformed him into more than just a scorer. He's become a multifaceted offensive threat. Tatum's efficiency of 1.22 points per possession, achieved despite intense defensive scrutiny, highlights his growth as a player. His capacity to excel under pressure while keeping an aggressive approach distinguishes him from other high-caliber scorers like Lillard, who may find heightened attention challenging. The deadly shooting range and clutch performance of Damian Lillard have resulted in a 9.5% blitz rate over an impressive 2,241 pick-and-roll plays, solidifying his status as one of the most respected offensive threats in the game. What sets Lillard apart is that defenders focus on him not only due to his scoring skills, but also because of his ability to dramatically alter game outcomes with timely shots. His extensive three-point range has significantly transformed defensive strategies during pick-and-roll scenarios. Differing from players who encounter intense pressure near the rim, Lillard is met with fierce double teams soon after he crosses the midcourt line. His skill to shoot accurately from logo distance compels defenses to broaden their coverage, often exposing other regions of the court. This situation presents an ongoing tactical challenge for defensive strategists. Notably, the moments when Lillard attracts the fiercest defensive scrutiny are particularly intriguing. His rate of being double-teamed surges significantly in crucial late-game scenarios, where his knack for sinking game-winning shots positions him as the key target for rival defenses. The awareness shown by rival teams highlights the immense respect he has gained over his remarkable career as one of the NBA's most reliable clutch players. Even under such intense defensive scrutiny, Lillard upheld an impressive average of 1.19 points per possession, a statistic that becomes even more striking when factoring the tough shots he routinely attempts. When defenses allocate additional players to guard him, he often finds himself taking contested attempts from extremely challenging positions. His knack for successfully making these tough shots at a commendable rate is what establishes him as a formidable offensive threat. Lillard's strategy for dealing with double teams has transformed greatly over the years. In the beginning, he often took challenging shots amid defenders. Nowadays, his enhanced passing skills and sharp court awareness enable him to reliably deliver the ball to open teammates when opponents focus too heavily on him. This growth has turned him into more than just a scorer. He has become a well-rounded point guard capable of lifting his teammates' performances. His physical fitness and mental resilience ensure he operates at an exceptional standard, even against the toughest defensive tactics. His unwavering performance during tough times has earned him a spot among the league's most esteemed players, similar to the next athlete we'll discuss. Antoine Simon's rise as a player drawing double teams on 8.6% of his 1,528 pick-and-roll plays marks a fascinating progression in the NBA landscape. What stands out about Simon's defensive focus is that he has garnered such regard from adversaries while serving as the Portland Trail Blazers' main offensive threat. This challenge has necessitated his swift growth amidst significant pressure. Simon's dynamic scoring prowess serves as the key factor behind the heightened defensive focus he faces. His knack for lighting it up from downtown and racking up points in quick succession compels defenses to regard him with the same seriousness as they would title-winning stars. When he heats up, he can radically shift a game's dynamics, prompting defenses to adopt tighter coverage strategies against him. The way Simon manages defensive challenges showcases his potential as well as aspects needing refinement. His efficiency of 1.13 points per possession under duress is commendable, yet indicates there's still space for enhancement in his decision-making against multiple opponents. This aspect is crucial, considering his position as the main offensive architect for his team, where his capability to make accurate assessments under pressure can influence the success of entire offensive plays. What distinguishes Simon from his peers at a similar experience level is his unwavering courage in critical situations. When opponents decide to apply pressure, he rises to the occasion rather than retreating. He keeps an assertive mentality and persistently seeks chances to score. This self-assurance is vital for any athlete dealing with heightened defensive scrutiny, as second-guessing can result in turnovers and lost chances. Simon's growth in court awareness and passing skills has been essential to thriving amidst intensified defensive focus. Initially joining the league as a prolific scorer, he has significantly enhanced his knack for locating teammates when defenders excessively focus on him. This growth has transformed him into more than just a shooting specialist. He has evolved into a versatile offensive asset capable of influencing games through various means. The level of defensive acknowledgement Simons has achieved at such a young age indicates that his prime years are still in front of him. As he hones his skills and refines his efficiency under defensive duress, he may well emerge as one of the league's most exciting offensive talents. His appearance on this list signifies not only his present achievements, but also the promising future that has adversarial defenses taking note. Nonetheless, he's not the sole young talent with such promise, as we'll explore soon. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The fluid, calculated brilliance of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has granted him an 8.3% blitz rate over 2,212 pick-and-roll situations, with his league-leading efficiency of 1.25 points per possession against these aggressive defense strategies, illustrating a player who has truly mastered handling relentless pressure. What renders Gilgeous-Alexander's defensive appeal particularly intriguing is that he has garnered this level of regard through fundamental basketball skill rather than mere eye-catching athleticism. His distinctive blend of length, talent, and basketball awareness makes him an exceptionally challenging opponent in pick-and-roll scenarios. At 6 feet 6 inches tall, equipped with a remarkable wingspan and a seamless ability to shift gears, he gains leverage over defenders through subtle shifts and impeccable timing. When teams opt to apply pressure, they aren't merely trying to prevent points. They're aiming to unsettle a player capable of dissecting defensive strategies with precision. Observing Gilgeous-Alexander navigate double teams feels akin to witnessing a skilled artisan at work. He neither hurries his choices nor forces challenging attempts. Rather, he leverages his outstanding court awareness to identify the optimal play. His composure in high-stakes situations, coupled with rapid decision-making that enhances his squad's defensive output, distinguishes him from other gifted talents who may falter when faced with increased defensive scrutiny. What elevates Gilgeous-Alexander's remarkable 1.25 points per possession is the regularity with which he produces this efficiency. Unlike many players who experience fluctuations when under defensive duress, Gilgeous-Alexander showcases a constant output that opponents can never overlook. This dependability positions him as one of the premier offensive threats in the league. Moreover, the influence of Gilgeous-Alexander's high-profile play draws significant attention, generating chances for his teammates that may otherwise remain unavailable. When opponents allocate additional resources to neutralize him, it paves the way for driving opportunities, enhances shot quality for supporting players, and generally simplifies the game for everyone involved. This is precisely why his role is so vital to the Oklahoma City Thunder's triumphs. His blitz rate closely matches that of the next player on our roster. Jordan Poole's exhilarating scoring prowess has led to an 8.2% blitz rate over 1,154 pick-and-roll situations, marking him as one of the league's most defensively revered guards, particularly given his youth. What makes the defensive attention on Poole intriguing is that he has garnered this level of respect through his capability to rack up points rapidly and shift the game's momentum on his own. Poole's exceptional three-point shooting and rapid release have compelled defenses to stretch their coverage far beyond the conventional three-point arc. His knack for executing shots from significant distances with remarkable precision consistently pressures rival defenses, requiring them to recognize his scoring threat the moment he crosses the mid-court line. This remarkable range has prompted defenses to adopt more intense double-teaming strategies against him. Observing how Poole deals with defensive pressure highlights both his strengths and areas that still need refinement. His efficiency of 1.10 points per possession under blitz conditions is commendable, yet indicates potential for growth in his decision-making when confronted by multiple defenders. This holds significant weight considering his position as a key scoring threat, where his capacity to decipher defensive tactics can influence the effectiveness of scoring drives. What distinguishes Poole from his peers is his courage under pressure. When opponents escalate their defensive intensity, he rises to the occasion. Rather than retreating, he stays true to his assertive scoring approach, always on the lookout for offensive chances. This self-assurance is vital for anyone facing heightened defensive scrutiny, as second-guessing can result in turnovers and lost chances. Poole's growth in court awareness and passing skills has been vital to his triumph against heightened defensive pressure. Initially joining the league as a main scorer, his knack for setting up teammates when defenses focus too heavily on him has advanced significantly. This transformation makes him more than merely a scoring option. He's evolving into a well-rounded offensive talent. His spot on this list highlights not only his present contributions, but also the acknowledgement from rival defenses that he is a key player to strategize against, much like the player who follows him in our rankings. Devin Booker, the exceptional scoring talent of Devin Booker, has achieved an 8.1% blitz rate over 2,210 pick-and-roll possessions, solidifying his reputation as one of the league's most esteemed defensive threats. What stands out about Booker's defensive challenges is his ability to sustain elite scoring efficiency despite facing more aggressive defensive strategies as his career has progressed. His versatility to score from all areas of the court makes him extremely hard to guard in pick-and-roll scenarios. Booker's mid-range shooting ranks among the finest in the league. His three-point accuracy remains formidable, and his capacity to finish through contact at the rim ensures he is a constant offensive menace. When opponents opt to blitz him, they aim to unsettle a player capable of inflicting damage in numerous ways. Booker's ability to handle double teams highlights his basketball intelligence and growth as an athlete. In the past, he might have tried to push through congestion more often. Nowadays, his enhanced court vision and passing skills enable him to reliably locate teammates when defenses excessively focus on him. This evolution has transformed him from merely a scorer into a multifaceted offensive threat. Booker's impressive 1.16 points per possession gains even more significance considering the challenges he's up against. As a key offensive player for the Phoenix Suns, he draws defensive focus on almost every play. Despite this, he consistently manages to generate high-quality scoring opportunities for both himself and his teammates. This level of reliability in the face of pressure distinguishes him from other skilled scorers. The mental aspect of Booker's performance has been vital to his achievements amidst heightened defensive scrutiny. His self-assurance and assertive mentality enable him to excel at a high level, no matter what defensive strategies he encounters. This mental resilience is crucial for athletes who endure ongoing pressure, as it helps them remain impactful even under tough circumstances. Observing the growth of Booker's game has been intriguing, especially as defenses ramp up their intensity in targeting him. His knack for adjusting his approach to suit various defensive tactics, while still being an efficient scorer, highlights his basketball IQ and dedication to improvement. This flexibility has permitted him to keep advancing, even as opponents concentrate more on containing him. Booker's elevated status as a primary focus of defense goes far beyond his personal stats. It paves the way for his teammates to seize opportunities that may otherwise be unattainable. When opposing teams allocate additional defenders to limit his effectiveness, it results in improved shot opportunities for complementary players and creates a greater flow for others on offense. This is a key reason why his influence has been vital to the Phoenix Suns' achievements in recent seasons. Completing our overview of the most targeted players in the NBA is Tyler Herro, who boasts a 7.6% blitz rate over 1,875 pick-and-roll plays. This statistic underscores how defenses now perceive him as a true offensive threat that requires strategic planning against him. Herro's presence on this list is particularly intriguing due to the defensive respect he's garnered alongside his knack for efficient scoring and facilitating plays for the Miami Heat. His prowess in three-point shooting has significantly heightened the attention from defenses. With a rapid release and the capacity to shoot off the dribble, he remains a formidable threat from long range, compelling defenses to stretch their coverage and allocate additional resources to curbing his long-range shots. This expanded shooting range places additional strain on opposing defenses while creating chances for his teammates. Herro's ability to navigate defensive pressure showcases his development as a player and his insight into functioning within the team dynamics. Miami Heat strategy. His efficiency of 1.19 points per possession against blitzes is impressive and indicates that he has honed his ability to make sound choices under pressure from defenders. This enhancement in his decision-making has been vital to his growth as a leading offensive player. What distinguishes Herro from other young talents is his self-assurance and readiness to seize the moment during important plays. When opponents decide to apply pressure, he meets the challenge head-on. Conversely, he upholds his assertive scoring mindset and persistently seeks opportunities to generate offense. His boldness is crucial for any athlete receiving heightened defensive scrutiny. Observing the growth in Herro's overall skill set has been remarkable. Initially joining the league, mainly as a shooter, his knack for driving to the basket, facilitating plays for teammates when defenses overcommit, and diversifying his scoring methods has notably advanced. This transformation has elevated him beyond being merely a three-point shooter. He has evolved into a versatile offensive threat capable of influencing games in various manners. The level of defensive regard Herro has attained at such a young age indicates that his peak performance is still yet to come. As he works on refining his skills and enhancing his effectiveness under pressure from defenses, he holds the promise of becoming one of the most explosive offensive talents in the league. Being featured on this list signifies not only his current contributions, but also the acknowledgement from rival defenses that he is a player they need to strategize against. Thank you for tuning in. Take a look at the additional cards displayed on the screen.